UTEP won the coin toss. They defer, so Texas will get the first opportunity to put points on the board, and we are underway here at DKR Memorial Stadium. Here comes Nibble out of the end zone about a yard deep. And hit at the 21 and dropped right there.
First and second down, so they could be better on third.
Point of emphasis this week, that first and second down situation. Let's see how they handle that here on their opening play of the game. So far, so good. From UTEP. Oh, boy, that is not a good sign. Boy, that running back room is going to get thinner and thinner.
Yeah, and can't really tell where he's shaking up. It looks...
Christian Clark will come in to replace him. We'll try to get an update on C.J. Baxter as soon as we can. We'll pass it along. They'll swing it near side. Here's Clark. Over the 40, over the 45, out to the 47-yard line. And still on his feet. They finally spot him at midfield.
And there's the pass play right outside. Jack Indries exposes the DB not wanting to come up and fill on that short pass, which pick up a big explosive for a first down for this Texas offense.
They'll hand it off again to Clark. Gain of a 2 on the play. Jarrett Gibson now in the game at running back. Straight handoff. He's to the 46 and push back.
All over the place for this UTEP defense.
On third down and 6. 6 times. Manning. Sidearm sling, and that one's a little bit behind Ryan Wingo.
Whenever it seems as though the combination of Arch Manning to Ryan Wingo isn't on point, you see the ball thrown behind him. That's an extremely difficult pass to make, going across your body, resets his feet, but it's just going against your body.
Getting that first down on every drive is highly critical for what they want to do offensively. Ashton Emery, your running back, alongside Malachi Nelson. First throw is caught in. Handoff right side, Emery, nothing there. I think UTEP has converted 32%. They'll try to get it here, and it's right on the line to gain.
Yeah, you see great push by that Texas defense. Even Tyler Scott, the defensive tackle, comes in and try to give extra push. It's just not enough. Texas defense prevails on third down.
Emery, right side, nothing doing.
Stopped by this defense. You see the push playing on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage, and then Ant Hill Jr., one of the most athletic linebackers, goes over the top to prevent Emery from getting any momentum by launching himself over the pile, and they meet, and that's where you see Texas defense really find a way to get off of the field, and their stop of the day is.
Jarrett Gibson will start this drive in the backfield. They'll fake the handoff there. Manning steps up, couple of hops, pass is caught. Parker Livingston, another big reception for the.
Now you see the play action at work there. Arch Manning comfortable in the pocket, and then precision and precise. That's what you see to his #1 go-to target on the offense. Coming into the game, 2 touchdowns to Parker Livingston.
Not to mention he had an 83-yarder last week. Handoff right side to Jarrett Gibson. He's met by Xavier Smith.
Walked in his own power, able to get off the field, but toward the Texas locker room.
Handoff again goes to Gibson. Now we expected to see it. Straight handoff. Goes right to Gibson.
In the middle and try to get somebody in the flats.
Inside handoff goes to Gibson. 15.
I like this misdirection. You motion a guy out of the backfield, try to lighten up that box.
Says, hey man, we just got to be a little bit better. I mean, it's not great numbers through 2 games. See how that practice has paid off. Manning scours the field, looks left, trying to get something to open up. Will take it himself. He's hit at the 10 and falls forward near the 8.
There, pull it down, go make a play with your legs.
Quick snap, handoff right side. Christian Clark cuts it back near the goal line.
You see the push that this Texas offensive line is able to create. Christian Clark presses the heels of the lineman.
5 formation. The tight end in motion, work the left side. Flag is down at the line of scrimmage. Neil Campbell hits Clark in the backfield.
UTEP had some issues trying to get a defender on the field before he could get set. Arch Manning snaps the ball wisely, picks up a free play, half yardage to the goal line.
Same formation. This time they'll work the right side. And again, hit in the backfield.
Katie Johnson's ball get off. It's unbelievable. Splits the double team, stops the running back in his tracks, and then creates another TFL.
Side. Bringing Wingo in motion across the formation. Manning looking left now. Coming to the near side. Throws it up in the air for Wingo. And a flag comes out. Fozzie?
Yeah, you see one-on-one. Arch Manning trying to make a play. Has his hands right on Ryan Wingo. And
1st and goal. Arch Manning, nice play fake. Scoots into the end zone, and Texas is on the board.
By Steve Sarkisian, you fake the inside dive, which they have shown you a couple times before, and then Arch Manning is able to use his athleticism, looking like his grandfather, Archie Manning, getting around the edge and scoring the first.
Transfer out of Texas State, attempting the point after. Is up, and it is good. So Texas hands. These folks hoping for another trip into the college football playoffs and get through the semifinals into that championship game. It looks like a knee was taken Thompson when he went down to pick up that football.
Rolling on the field as the runner's knee was down. It's first down.
Oh, are we? Now Malachi Nelson and company backed up. Handed off left side, goes to Ashton Emery. Fake it to Emery. Sling it to the outside. Kenny Odom trying to turn the corner. Little run blitz, and Emery catches him in the blitz, and he should have enough for the first down. It's really close.
And Emery is one of the hardest runners on the football field. Sheds a tackle by Leonga LaFowl, puts his head down, and
Niners can take a little bit of a deep breath here. Downs reset. 4-man rush. Nelson swings it to the outside for Jelani McDonald.
This is an impressive job by Jelani McDonald. Unblock at the point of attack. He's one-on-one in Ashton Emery. He just made a guy miss last play. Jelani McDonald now on his 3rd tackle in a row.
Another inside handoff to Emery. Some big boys up front. Well, it didn't look like Texas was set defensively. Nelson tries to catch him, lofts it up in the air, and has to throw it away.
Before the ball was snapped, but confusion, defensive line not set. Thankfully, they were able to get into their base coverage or call on their behalf.
Noah Botsford, a transfer in from Valdosta State, averaging over 48 yards per punt. Sends away to Ryan Niblett. This is very returnable at the 47-yard line. Niblett cutting it back across the grain, and he is stopped at the 31-yard line.
Position. You get a guy that's dynamic and in space. He feels the ball on the move. You got blockers in front, makes a guy miss, lowers that shoulder.
On that combination of Manning to Wingo to get on track. How about a little reverse to Wingo? That one was snuffed out.
This coming off of a big return. You got to stay at home. Keeps that leverage. Hitting one-on-one.
Coming near side, gets that one to Clark. He's hit at the 25, breaks a couple of tackles, diving for that line to gain, and he may have it.
Yeah, what a tremendous effort. Arch Manning finds Christian Clark in open space. He lowers that shoulder, but keeps those legs driving. Low center of gravity and dynamic.
4th down and a yard. 3rd time the Longhorns have gone for it on 4th down here in the first quarter. Over 10 minutes of that first quarter, and they continue to possess the football here inside the 20-yard line. Jared Gibson in at running back. He will hand it to the sophomore out of Gainesville, Florida, by way of IMG Academy. On 2nd and 7, they'll play fake it, sling it out to the tight end, Endrich.
Action, fake it to the running back. You read where that post defender is. And
tight end who transferred in from Cal, big part of this offense. Looking for Wingo, and just off his outstretched left hand, away.
Yeah, just a tad off. Ryan Wingo runs the wheel route, gets the natural pick. It's just overthrown.
They're 2 for 3 on 4th downs today. Manning coming near side, having to scramble, runs back the other way, trying to get somebody open. Stops, fires back across his body. That one's picked off for the end zone. A flag comes out around the 5-yard line. Xavier Smith with that interception.
An eligible player downfield. The offense number 73. That penalty is declined. First down, UTEP.
Continue. Arch Manning doesn't like his first read. Tries to reverse field. Anytime you throwing across your body, bad things typically happen. UTEP able to capitalize in the end zone. First down.
10 plays to this point in the game. Malachi Nelson stands in the end zone. Quick hitter to the outside, and they'll get a couple of yards.
Look at that interception again. You're going to see Parker Livingston in the slot route. As Arch Manning rolls out, that's his first read. He should throw the ball right now. That's a pickup that could be, that's what Steve Sarkisian wants to see Arch do more of.
That play blown up immediately. Ashton Emery.
Escobar, he's just too quick. Ivan Escobar doesn't even get a hand on him. Don't block a guy like that. He'll make you pay.
American last year, defensive end,
False
sophomore
start
Dallas.
on the offense. Not all 11 were set prior to the snap. That penalty is half the distance to the goal. It's 3rd down.
Emery in the backfield along with Nelson. Here comes Simmons. He just does miss Nelson. Pass is complete.
Inside move by Colin Simmons. Fakes the upfield and then gets to Malachi Nelson. If he doesn't get that ball out quickly.
Botsford to punt it away. Another returnable kick. Here comes Niblett near side. Flag comes out though. Niblett to the 30, to the 20, and pushed out of bounds.
During the return, illegal block in the back on the return team, number 24. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
You see check down in the middle of your screen. Warren Robinson just extends that hand to try to aid in blocking his.
So from the 44-yard line, handoff goes to Christian Clark. Update on exactly what the injury was, but limped off the field. Won't see him the rest of the day. Here is Christian Clark again.
Underneath his belt.
Wingo in motion a couple of ways. Handoff goes to Gibson, cuts it back.
Line is starting to lean a little bit on the size of UTEP. You see unblocked defenders, but they're 4 or 5 yards downfield. Sarkisian wants to create for this offense and the identity for today.
Again, handoff left side goes to Gibson. K.D. Johnson, first one there. They go 312, 340, 308, 321, and 308 up front. Couldn't get much of a push on that.
Try to confuse this offensive line in this Texas offense.
Texas 2 out of 4 on 4th down. Is going to push the envelope again from the 35. They'll play fake it this time to Clark. Manning toward the end zone and overthrows Parker Livingston.
Fake the play action. They've been running it well. He throws the ball just too far. You got to put that on your guy, Parker Livingston. That's a touchdown for Texas if he does.
On this network, John T. Edge traveling around Charleston to Caboon Cafe, Mexicano, Burns, and Bertha's, meeting all the locals. Big pass play down the middle by the Miners.
Holding on the defense. That penalty is declined. First down.
Junior college.
Yeah, here's the rhythm that we talked about. Malachi Nelson needs to have in order to get this offense rolling. UTEP offense.
Hassan Wilson in the game at running back. Number 14, Malachi Nelson, though, coming near side. Throws back across the middle. Not a good pass. Right into the belly of a Longhorn defender. Jelani McDonald with the interception.
Where we see the quarterback escape out of the pocket. Doesn't like what he sees. Tries to throw the ball across his body. Ends up in the opposite hands. Jelani McDonald in Texas takes over the ball. Nelson thrown across the body, and it turns into a turnover.
Manning hit as he throws, and that one's incomplete. Manning 4 of 9, 58 yards. Does have a rushing touchdown to throw it here. And misfires on Wingo again.
We're going to keep growing our relationship and connection, and goal is to be better than they were.
Well, Manning here trying to send one down the field, and that one is incomplete. Bomeister punts this one away. Eric Willis back to return it, makes the catch, breaks a tackle. To earn the job, was not the starter out of spring practice. Scotty Walden telling us yesterday that
Continue to do is build off of those clean performances.
4-man rush will flush Nelson out of the pocket. Pass is away and caught at the 24-yard line, so it'll be third down. He gets the job at SC. Caleb goes with him, and so did Nelson, at least for a year. Kenny Odom, he is wrapped up as he got to the 25. Look, his defense has played well. Why not punt it away? Try to get another stop. Oxford's punt takes a favorable minor bounce. Flags come flying around midfield as one of the minor players was just blocked all the way into the bench. I mean, into the bench.
During the kick, personal foul, illegal blocking out of bounds on the receiving team, number 24.
Of course, last week, a lot of discussion on some of the social media outlets about is Arch healthy or not. Well, we asked him bluntly yesterday, and he said, I'm perfectly fine. Nice handoff.
Mentioned he was upset by making the bad pass, which is why he was grimacing.
Here goes Gibson again. Probably had an equipment adjustment he had to make. Looks perfectly healthy here as he gets to the 20-yard line. 0 for 6 on third downs. 4-man rush. Manning is flushed near side. Throws it down. That one is through the hands of his intended target.
Yeah, and again, Arch rolling across his body. He's trying to make a play, and it's just a little too high for Winston, and it almost turns into a...
Amari, the fourth tight end we have seen today. Willis back to return, calls the fair catch at the last moment.
There.
So the Miners only trail by a touchdown. They were getting late here in the first half. Son Wilson in at running back, but they're going to throw it here. Dump it off over the middle. Pass caught there by Kenny Odom.
They're a tremendous playmaker for this offense.
Here goes Hassan Wilson. Turns the corner. Hassan had a 94-yard touchdown run in his last game. This time he's tripped up in Texas territory. Substantial gain. 30-yard pickup.
Yeah, beautiful design by Scotty Walden, bringing his running back in motion and then hitting the jet sweep zone. Hits it up, big play.
Here's some of that tempo. Pass is caught inside the 30 down to the 20. Torek Goins with that reception. 6 catches on the year for Torek. First down and 10, UTEP. 4-man rush. Nelson is dropped back at the 35-yard line. A loss of 5.
Yeah, you can see Zena at the bottom of your screen to the left, using that long arm and stab. This is a guy that's 6'5", 262 pounds.
Year for Umazalo. High throw. That one sailed over the hands of Kenny Odom. Pressure comes. Nelson throws over the middle. Pass is caught. He's going to be 2 on the year. His longest 42. That came in week 1 against Utah State. This will be a 39-yarder. Out of the hold of Noah Boxford. Clean snap. Kick is on the way. It is good. So the Miners are on. Coming out of the end zone, Ryan Niblett hit at the 20. Hit again and again and again. Driven back to the 20-yard line.
Stop inefficient on 1st and 2nd down.
Manning Misfires again to the outside.
Offense, the rhythm is off, and Arch may feel some pressure by forcing it.
Handoff comes near side to Christian Clark.
Ball going to the hoop, get a layup. I think that's what needs to happen.
That one could have been picked off. Deflected at the line of scrimmage.
And you see hands up in the face. It's a quick, easy throw. Sees the window of opportunity, gets picked, and Rudolph.
Eric Willis back to return this punt. Miners coming after it. It is returnable, however. Actually, fair catch taken. Long way to go, though. UTEP, though, trying to make something happen here with no timeout. Boy, that's a quick hitter. Going to chew up some clock. Hassan Wilson in the backfield alongside Nelson, who's looking to throw again. Drops it off underneath. Hand it off to Wilson. Nowhere to go. Big time. Number 16 getting it done. Number 18 getting it done.
First charge timeout.
Mayonga's been great at being that Batman and Robin within.
Yeah, the five live together. Ryan Niblett kicks that one. Watches that one kicked out of bounds.
Obviously confers Steve Sarkisian figuring out.
After the play was over, personal foul on the kicking team, number 14, throwing a player to the ground after the play. 15-yard penalty, first down.
You're going to see here those guys getting into a tussle match, 11 and 14, and just throwing them down, which is silly as the ball already was punted out of bounds. The whistle had been.
Arch Manning keeps it himself, sees a little bit of a hole to run through, and he will have a first down as he's pushed out of bounds. Right. That first completion for Arch today was 23 yards against 58, but they're going to keep it on the ground right here with Jared Gibson. Hurry. Arch Manning trying to run forward, and he is held up, and he'll lose a couple of yards. That's so already.
Texas.
For this Texas team, Arch 1-on-1 tries to take that inside shoulder. Sarlo Barnes is not buying it. Stands up and flexes again and stick that foot into the dirt, slide a little bit, slip and slide records into that tackle. Texas is what he also mentioned. They get to play free, and that defense is playing free right now.
There's a first down carry, hard running from Gibson. That's
the ball out.
That's the first third down conversion of the game, and it comes in less than 20 seconds.
They've to set up a field goal opportunity if they need to.
Manning has missed 10 straight. That streak is over. Pass is caught down to the 5-yard line. Goes Jordan Washington on that reception. Set for some football. Manning sees some room to run. Touchdown, Texas. His second of the game. This one from 5 yards out.
Able to look at his first target, Ryan Wingo. He doesn't like it. Second target, Christian Clark, covered up. Tuck that ball, take it into the zone, and that's what Steve Sarkisian wants to see. If it's not there, make a play, and that's exactly what Arch Manning did there.
Mason Shipley to attempt this point after. Hammer that through the uprights. 10 yards. Yard run, longest play from scrimmage in UTEP history. And that'll do in the first half. Arch had a stretch of 10 straight incompletions. And a fair catch call for.
Thank you, Coach.
Hey, thanks, God. God bless. Picks up.
Malachi Nelson will swing it to Kenny Odom on the first play from scrimmage. Breaks a tackle, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Folks, now just...
I love the energy. I feed off of it. He's very passionate about what he does.
Handoff in a nice game. That one goes to Wilson. Nelson, quick slant. That pass is caught. They're going to spot him at the 36-yard line.
And you see Kenny Odom running a slant route on the true freshman. Able to shield that ball into his chest. And it's a huge blow.
That does not look comfortable. 4-man rush, sling it to the outside. Make those.
It's right in his hands. Malachi Nelson puts it where it needs to be. Cost him the incompletion.
Second down and 10. Here's Wilson. Boy, he is met right there by Ethan Burke in this program. And that one is bobbled out of bounds and incomplete.
That's a great job mixing up the snap count, kind of catch Texas off guard. And Eric Willis just can't bring it in with his feet in bounds.
Noah Botsford transferred in from Valdosta State. A nice tight spiral kick, but this is returnable from the 13-yard line. Here goes Niblett to the near side. But he's got a wall set up. Niblett hit it to 40 on his feet. Inside the minor 40-yard line.
What a smart blocks right on the edge. You look to the right of your screen, puts his hands up and shields that defender from being able to make the play on Ryan Niblett, but doesn't put his hands out to get that push in the back. And then Ryan Niblett does what Ryan Niblett does, one of the fastest guys on the football field.
Arch keeps it off the right side, looking for a little room to run, and that was closed up in a hurry. Well, here's James Simon now in the backfield as flags come out. First time we've seen James today. Got one into a Clark Gibson and now Simon game in the backfield.
It's number 52. That's a 5-yard penalty. It remains second down.
To see when Sark will utilize the screen game, which is one of the specialties that he pulls out.
Hand it off to Simon, fresh legs. We'll get a couple of yards. Oh, Manning is just walloped in the backfield. Pass is caught. Flags come out. A couple of different offsetting penalties, though. Make it third down and 8. Christian Clark in the backfield. Manning will take it himself. He's going to have the first down.
Bane of this offense, they find a way to utilize Arch Manning's athletic ability. He finds that open space and goes and picks it up with his legs.
Wingo comes in motion. Look that way. Now Manning will come back. He will throw it to Simon. Gets a block from Wingo. And Simon out of bounds inside the 20-yard line.
Player, got to find a way to get the ball to him and get him involved.
Go with Simon again. Breaks a tackle. Cuts it back. Simon looking sharp inside the 10. K.D. Johnson.
Yeah, being able to run that outside zone play. And the read tells him to actually go inside. He says, nah, I got this. First opportunity to play some football in that burnt orange uniform.
5.
Yeah, and that's just a drive killer. Arch takes his eyes off of the ball as he goes to the read.
Simon stays in the game. Freshman out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Trying to make a minor miss. Does. Falls forward inside the 15.
This is where Sark probably in the headset told Arch, be smart with the football here.
Pressure comes. Manning looking. Buying a little bit of time. Flag comes out in the backfield. Throws incomplete.
Holding on the defense, number 52. That penalty is declined. It's fourth down.
That's DJ.
You're going to see down towards the bottom of your screen, Izani trying to get to the quarterback. He just gets too much of that jersey cam.
This year, 47-yarder against San Jose State last weekend. This one is a clean operation. The kick is good. So 3 more on the board. Matt loves numbers.
Yeah, that's why his offensive lines are good. They always have great angles.
He said he thinks he could get back in the classroom and teach today's youth. On their drive today, 5 punts, 1 interception, 1 they turned it over on downs, and 1 resulted in a field goal. That's it. Hand it off. Wilson.
This week they got to implement it now to soften up this Texas defense.
The heat's coming again. Nelson tripped up in that SEC logo.
What the defense gives you, live to fight another down.
Out route intercepted. Grayson Littleton with his first interception for the Texas Longhorns. He'll be keeping that football.
And there you go. Rhythm drop. Just makes the incorrect read. Grayson Littleton flies underneath that flat receiver, trying to get to the sticks. Extremely smart play by the true freshman, being able to get underneath that pass and calls Texas's second turnover
of the play is an
of the day.
interception. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Texas bench for coming off the bench and onto the field. 15-yard penalty, first down.
You know, he has rushed for 2 touchdowns. Here's Simon off that left side. Stiff arm. Can't get out of the... Average 9 yards a carry in high school. Whew. Simon trying to bounce around. That didn't work, and a stop
Florence has had on the back end.
Coming near side, Ryan Niblett trying to get the edge and runs into some white jerseys, but will fall forward for the first down to move the chains.
Yeah, and that's a way to pick up a first down. Get it to your athletes in space and let Ryan Niblett
dancing around. Wingo with a first down. His first catch today, the 3rd reception of the season.
There's your screen game being implemented. If you using a fake run and then getting Wingo an opportunity to go showcase his athletic ability.
James Simon back in that backfield. Ryan Niblett goes in motion, comes back across the formation now. Arch Manning near side, and Arch twisted up and dropped out of bounds. Hope those guys are quick healers and get back on the field. Niblett in motion, but they're going to hand it off to Simon, and
plays a factor late in the game. That heat starts to set in. You get that bigger push by the offensive lineman. All the slants and the stunts.
Simon 7 carries, 28 yards. His 8th carries wrapped up. Well, he's driving, but nowhere to go. First one there was Lowe. Then
we go going back to the well. Cody Lowe does a great job of defeating his blocker across the face, being that initial.
2nd and goal. Take it to Simon. Manning's pass is batted in the air and finally caught. Livingston.
They didn't. Using the RPO, trying to get it to their advantage. Parker Livingston just takes his eyes off of the ball initially.
Side. Manning looking. Still looking. Flushed out of the pocket, will throw, and that one is batted in the air.
And again, this offensive line gives Arch Manning all the time that he needs to make the right read. Keeps his eyes downfield, rolls out ultimately, probably makes a poor decision.
This will be a 30-yard field goal attempt. He's hit from 31 today from the near hash mark. This kick is on the way, and it is right down the middle. So another 3 on the board. Presented by Sonic. Dave Neal, Fozzie Whitaker, Morgan Uber down the sidelines. And a 20-3 Texas advantage. It has not been easy for the Longhorns today.
Your defensive line also doing well, helping control the game, and then Michael Taft spearheading the defense on the back end, and obviously Anthony Hill, one of the best in the game, playing that middle linebacker position.
Pressure comes on this run and nowhere to go. In the game in the pistol formation. High throw, incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and a dozen.
The issue was the Buckeyes scored twice whenever they crossed midfield.
That is their first sideline warning. That is their warning for the game. It's 3rd down.
Go, 3rd quarter. Malachi Nelson. Pressure comes, dumps it off. Boy, what a nice catch by Emery. One-handed grab, but Longhorn stretched that one out to the sideline.
Significant attrition.
Personal foul, illegal block below the waist on the defense number 29. That 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run, and it carries an automatic first down.
Yeah, and as a defender, you can't go low on that lead blocker no matter how big they are. They're trying.
1st down and 10. 3-man rush. Nelson. He'll just throw it out of bounds. Quick hitter to the outside, caught there by Goins, and that's away. Malachi Nelson. Little handoff, and he is met in that hole by Trey Moore.
3 yards away.
And that is what they're doing. Underneath throw, and well, they just weren't ready. Marcus Torres.
And that's kind of what you fall into is Malachi and he haven't gotten the reps.
Connor Robertson in at center right now as he takes over. Be the best in the conference. Norris Sellers certainly in that Heisman conversation. Arch Manning with a great play fake, keeps it himself, then breaks a tackle, a little dead leg down to the 31-yard line.
Let's go ahead, keep it on the ground. You see Jack Indries leading the way, picking up a lead block, and Arch is BYOB. First down for this offense.
Hand it off to Simon. That goes nowhere.
He's been able to play with since he's come in relief.
Simon on that carry. 7 tackles. Solo Barnes leads UTEP in tackles with 8. Flags or timeout taken by UTEP before the snap. So 3rd down, and let's call it 4 for the Longhorns. Keep it on the ground. I'll go with Simon, who's had a good second half carrying the football.
Referee.
See that little nugget on the right of your screen. We'll go back to November of 2022. Last time Texas hasn't had a touchdown pass in a victory. 41% completion rate. 1 interception. Throw here.
Illegal substitution on the defense, playing with 12 players. 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Micah Davey tries to run out the back of the end zone, which obviously is illegal. Was caught by the officials with the no huddle.
Jarrett Gibson in the backfield now. 1st and goal from the 5. Manning to throw, and that one is caught in the end zone. Touchdown. Ryan Wingo.
Still going to force the issue with these 2 receivers. You get man-to-man coverage. Natural rub between the 2 receivers, and Ryan Wingo utilizes natural space and leverage on the defense.
Shipley with the point after attempt. Some fantastic athletes from days gone by, including your old teammate, Rod Wright.
Yeah, man, it's awesome to see. Field, that's imperative now, down by 24 points.
That pass is caught there by Eric Willis. Turns the corner, and he gets out over the 3-man rush. Malachi Nelson will just fall forward.
The back end there.
Redshirt freshman out of El Paso, Texas. 3rd and very short.
Short throws. Try to make sure they keep picking up first downs.
Shoulder fake from Nelson. He's going up top, trying to take that shot we're talking about. And that one is incomplete.
Pass interference on the defense, number 3. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the previous spot. Carries an automatic first down.
You can see here, Jalen Gilbo just a tad early, touching on the receiver.
And 10 now for the Miners. Ashton Emery at running back. Eric Willis comes in motion. Razzle dazzle. They'll toss it back to Willis coming around the corner, and
a bit more of the misdirection / trick plays thrown in there. Malachi Nelson even getting on the edge.
Nelson, little soft touch. That one's incomplete.
Case here.
Play clock down to 8. 3rd down and 6. That one is incomplete.
It's into Torrey, number 88 on the outside.
Pressure comes. They dump it off. Another outstanding catch by Emery. Emery to the 20 and hit there. Not enough for the first down, though. Around Charleston, South Carolina, the Cuban Cafe Mexicano, Verns and Berthas. It'll be a great show at one of the most popular tourist destinations in the country. Hope you can catch a strange game. There's been no flow to this game at all on either side. Offensively, I think Coach Sark's going to have a lot of questions.
Was to lean on this UTEP defense a little bit more in the run game with 50 rushing attempts that Texas has had offensively to help keep them in third and manageable.
Good strong throw. That one is out to Ryan Wingo. First down over the 30.
Been looking for drop back, hitches, and then throws a absolute laser.
Simon shifts to the left. He'll get the handoff and run right. Davey leading the team right now with 9 stops for UTEP. Second down and 9. Boy, trying to get Wingo on the edge, and that was going no.
Yeah, Jaden Wilson reads as well. Reads run and obviously make sure he has some leverage.
Christian Clark had running back on a third down and 15. Rushing 3, dropping 8. Arch will come near side with it. High throw, but looked like Clark got his feet tangled up as well. Willis breaks a couple of tackles and takes it out to the 40-yard line. Yellow Jackets, true two-dimensional player. Nelson's throw is fierce.
Yeah, as many reps as you can.
And down he goes, and a flag comes out. That might be a face mask in there.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense, number 40. 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the previous spot and carries an automatic first down.
Coming to the right of your screen, trying to get a sack. Just grabs the face mask of Malachi Nelson, brings him down. That's going to get called every time.
He's down from the 40-yard line. Another underneath throw. That one's caught. That'll pick up 5, close to 5. Maybe we might switch this out, but that's not the case. There's a good throw. Nelson hits his target. Trayvon Tate still on his feet inside the 20 and dragged down around the 10-yard line. Nelson dumps it off underneath. It's caught a.
See Tate finds the open spot, makes 2 guys miss with a little shimmy shake. The angular foul finally brings him down.
That handoff goes to Wilson out of El Paso. He'll take it himself, cuts it back, and is walloped right about the 3. I don't know that he got the first down. It could be.
And that's what you have, a wake-up call, too. Meeting those 2 guys, he drops that shoulder. He realizes very quickly.
First and goal. Jay keeps it. Touchdown, UTEP.
A lot for him and this program. Shea Smith, the youngster out of El Paso, redshirt freshman, calls his own number.
We're going to do the traditional point after here. Ariola. Texas looks like they have their hands team out. Ryan Niblett is the lone Longhorn. Back at the 15-yard line. There is the onside kick. And Texas recovers it cleanly and crisply, and they'll take over at the 40. Better as Matthew Caldwell will come in and take some snaps now, but
well, it was not what you wanted to see. Found a little bit rhythm. They still need to find more for success.
Caldwell takes it himself. That'll be a first from Troy.
Using a little zone read, quarterback keep, where we've seen the success.
First down and 10. Hand off to Simon off the right side. He'll pick up 9 yards.
Hopefully to help offset some of the injuries you've seen.
There's Simon turning the corner. He has the first down and out of bounds. It'll be victory formation. Well, Sam, Houston State here next week. Another opportunity to kind of get that sync that they're looking for offensively.
Yeah, I want to start off. UTEP did a tremendous job keeping this Texas offense kind of out of whack. Arch Manning as well as Ryan Wingo, they have to fix that connection. They found it late in the game. Continue to do that, and then that Texas defense is still elite, playing lights out. I want to see that continue to grow and see them find their own space and rhythm within the game plan of what Steve Sarkisian thinks this team can be. And I'm excited to follow the rest of the journey of the Texas Longhorns as well as the UTEP Miners with what Scotty Walden has cooking up in Conference USA.
Yeah, big fan of Scotty Walden. See what they do in their conference. They're going to be a headache for a bunch of teams as he continues to grow that program. But Texas will take the win, go to 2-1 on the year. They win at 27-10 is the final score. Up next, Sam Houston State, and then that's 8 straight conference games for the Longhorns. So for Fozzie Whitaker, Morgan Uber down on the field, I'm Dave Neal saying so long from Austin, Texas. Trying to get to the studio.